Okay, I wanted to show you guys my Buried City loot run. This run I usually run a loadout with about 5k in value. Sometimes I'll run like an anvil or something like that instead, which often makes things a little bit easier. But if you want to keep it bare minimum, I would say use a looting mark 2, your light shield obviously, a pharaoh, a little bit of ammo, a couple shield rechargers, and a few bandages. You probably might run into some players on this run. Most of the time, people are pretty friendly, but just be prepared. Obviously, if they're not, there are weapon crates that you can find on this, so likely you'll probably have a different gun than your Pharaoh going as you go through the run. But if you don't, obviously, then just be prepared that you could die. But again, it's only a 5k loadout, so it's no big deal if you end up dying. But it is a pretty good run, so I just want to kind of show you that. So I'm going to cut to in-game and kind of show you guys where it's at. Okay, so I'm at the spot. Took me a few minutes to get here at a pretty bad spawn location, so likely some of the stuff will already be looted, but I'll kind of go through the run for you guys. I usually try to go to this Old Town Hatch spot, so that's like right here. And that's kind of where I like to start. It's at this, we're going to go in this building. That's the Talia building here. So when I go in here, I always pull out my weapon just in case you run into any players or if there happen to be any like pops or fireballs inside of the buildings that you go into. So as you come up here, sometimes there can be like an ammo crate that will spawn here, maybe a bag too. Yo, what's up? And then up here, sometimes you can find trinkets, as you can see. Sometimes you can find a bag back here. These things often here are lootable. So you can sometimes
Hey, Raider.
find stuff. Yo, what's up, dude? Toasters, things like that. Typical, like, residential type stuff.
Hey,
You can
Mater.
go to here. And then you can run through here and you can jump. If you don't make the jump, sometimes you can hold the spacebar, or if you're on console, your mount button, and you can mount on that ledge if you happen to mess up or whatever the case is. So I usually start by looting these cabinets here. So we got a defib, that's cool. That way in case player gets downed or something. And then I search these things as well. So again, trinkets, all sorts of different random stuff you can get in here, and you kind of just like go through it. There's a weapon crate that can spawn here. Obviously, this guy just looted it, apparently. Oh, he didn't take it. That's weird. You didn't want this shotgun, dude? I don't know if he's looking for something specific or not, but anyways, sometimes there's an ammo crate that can also spawn back here. There's a med bag or something, or backpack or something that can spawn up here as well. Looks like we have a very comfortable pillow. There's an ammo crate that can spawn back here, which we just looted. And then another cabinet here, obviously. So we're just going to pretty much take just about everything we can in here. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that you can loot in here, but again, it can be contested, right? As we're seeing with our dude in here. Have a good one. I'm going to move on, buddy. Good luck. So then I jump off that ledge, I come down here, and then I go down the stairs here. So that we can go into the next building. So what we're going to do is we're going to run over. There's another guy right there. Yo, friendly. So we're going to run into that building. You good, brother? Not sure. He's just going. So there's a camera that also spawns up here if you don't want to hit it. If you're wanting to try to stay stealthier, you can run against the wall, and then we're going to run into this building here. Again, pull out your weapon, because often there can be pops or fireballs in this building. It's likely that this building's probably already looted, since that guy probably just came out of here. But I'll kind of go ahead and show you guys where I normally go anyways. So it doesn't look like there's any pops or fireballs here. There's two ways to enter where we're going to go. So you can either enter here or you can enter on the other side. It's a breachable door. So this guy's already looted this room, but you would have to breach this. It takes a minute. It's pretty loud. And then often I would like close the door behind me and then I'm going to loot this. Like, I don't even know why he didn't even search those. So we're just going to look through these. We're going to loot the things that we need to loot. So this is a great room to get trinkets and stuff, so there's often a lot of trinkets and things that you can find in this room. So I'll just kind of grab what I can, and then we're going to kind of, like, as we go through this run, continue to drop and change things, or swap things out based on their potential value, right? So that's usually the best thing to kind of do, because you're kind of checking to see, like, what things are worth. Yo, what's up? And yeah, so you're just gonna loot. Sometimes you're gonna be bags, different things like that that you'll find in here. So we'll kind of like just grab, you know, these volts. Probably they're worth a little bit more. Maybe some of this stuff is worth more, but I'm not gonna take the time to check it. As you guys saw, this guy was like looting these containers here, so you want to loot these as well, because you can often get things that are of more value in here. So like we've got a portable TV, so we'll probably take that over the adrenaline shots. Adrenaline shots are probably more than this like flare. We might take this as well. I'm not sure if this is worth more. It's not worth more than the wires. So yeah, I don't know. I guess the speaker component isn't worth that much. So we'll just leave it for now. There's expired pasta, some more trinket stuff, another torn book here. Actually, we can take the pasta since we have a slot for it as well. This bag, did we loot this? Yes, we did. Okay. So yeah, this is great. So you kind of like want to grab that. So again, either you can come in this door or this door. They're both breachable. So often, you know, if you breach this side, you're pretty safe on this side if you come in here. Then what you're going to do is you're going to kind of just jump down here and you're going to go into this building over here. You can crouch jump this. So like if you, right when you land, you can crouch and roll so you don't take any damage. As you can see, I already have damage because I took damage from like Ark earlier in the raid. As I ran over to the spot, but you're going to come up here. So again, take your weapon out just in case you run into any pops or other players that might not be friendly. You're going to check these cabinets. Sometimes they're lootable, sometimes they're not, right? So we have like a trinket here, which is great. So we'll probably just take that. It's probably worth more than like this, for example. We probably don't even need that simple gun part. We've got another toaster since we already have one. We can just stack those. What do we got here? Garlic press. I think we already had one of those too, which we might be able to stack. And then we're just going to continue upstairs. Sometimes there could be ticks and things in some of these rooms, so just like be aware. Remote control, so that's a blue item. Might be more valuable. Like we probably don't need all this shotgun ammo, so we're just going to take the remote control. And then usually this room doesn't have a whole lot. There's occasionally you can search this cabinet, which we're doing right now, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it's completely unlootable, so just depends kind of on your luck of the run. I'm not sure if the yeah, I don't think these things are worth more, so probably not grab those, but that's usually about it in this area. And then we're going to come up here. And we're going to run up here and then over to the right here, and we're going to go in this building, and then we're going to immediately hang a right into the room here. You can check this, which somebody's already checked apparently. Another broken flashlight, so that's stackable. And then we're going to go in here. I'll probably take out the shotgun because somebody's been here, obviously, just in case somebody's like hostile here. Sometimes there's trinkets and things on this table. There might have been. Somebody probably already looted them since somebody's already been here. And then you can go up this zip line. And then you're kind of like up in this upper section. Occasionally, I think there might be a tick that could spawn up here, so just be aware of that. And then you're going to come to the back area. Sometimes you could loot like the, sometimes there's drawers that are searchable in here. And then if you have the security breach, there's a security breach locker right there that you can do. And then you're going to kind of come out here, and then you're going to drop down into this other little hatch. Inside of here, there's a tick, so hello. So yeah, like I said, ticks in here. Sometimes there's another security breach locker here if you have it. I don't have the talent point yet, so I can't grab it. Couple more drawers in here that you could potentially loot for some things. Blaze grenade, that's probably worth more than these adrenaline shots, so we'll probably take those or take that over. I don't think I picked up the rope earlier, so can't stack that. There's a projector. We have another. We can take the projector in here since it'll probably be worth a little bit more. But as you can see, lots of trinkets and things like that if you need them. Probably just take this wine bottle over this extra shotgun ammo. I don't know why I had some shotgun ammo. So another vase. We already had one of those. Very comfortable pillow. Already had one of those. So that's pretty good, right? And then we're gonna take the zipline down here into this room. So as you can see, there's a fireball here. Barely got off the shot before it got me. So there are often like little arcs that are pop and fireball that can spawn in this room here. So just kind of be aware of that as you might run into them. There might be some more down here, or sometimes they're up on these like ledges. So as you can see right there, we'll take it out. That's probably it for this room. So sometimes trinkets can be on this table. So we have got something on the table here. It looks like we've got a water filter. These things can often have things. There's a lot of humidifiers that can spawn in this this room. As you can see, I guess apparently a lot of water filters too. There's a weapon crate that can spawn here, which you can see we just got. So we got an Osprey. I'll probably actually just put that somewhere in my inventory instead. Probably over these wires. And yeah, that's probably good. Keep my shotgun just because a lot of this area is like close quarters. And then there's like sometimes things can spawn, like trinkets and stuff can spawn on these like little tables and couches and stuff. So you want to check those because there's a lot of loose loot in this room. Looks like we got a shield recharge here, which is kind of nice. It's probably... Actually, it's not more valuable than the wine. And we can stack the wine, so that's cool. I don't know if it's worth more than any of this stuff. Slightly more than those, I guess. Yeah, probably not going to take the rest of that stuff. So as you can see, as I'm going through this, there's lots of loot that I have to leave behind because I don't have enough space for, right? So even if somebody's already kind of been in these places, you can often still be able to get plenty of loot on this run, and it's still totally worth it, right? You're going to kind of come down to this lower section. Sometimes there's like stuff down here on these couches. As you can see, like there's rusted tools, different things like trinkets and things like that can spawn. I think there's like bags and stuff that can spawn down here as well. That was from our arc that we killed. And that's pretty much the run that I like to do because I'm often like very full after this. As you saw, we started with 5k, we have 61 right now, so we just want to kind of get out of here and extract, right? If you want, you can bring a Raider hatch key and go back to Old Hatch. I would recommend you do that. If you have hatch keys, it's the safest way to kind of get out. If you don't have that, you can go to Plaza Raza. It's pretty close. And sometimes, you know, Eastern Station might be open. You can go there too, but Plaza Rosa is usually open, so you can go there. So that's probably the closest, and that's probably where we'll go here. So we'll probably just take the exit out this window here, and then we have to be careful because there's a bombardier, I think, that spawns right here. So we might need to go out the back way. So we can also come out this other side, which is a little bit safer. So we don't have to worry about like the bombardier just like instantly targeting us. So we're going to take the Plaza Rosa, like I said, so we're going to kind of go over to this one. Try to stay, you know, more to the side here so we don't have to aggro the bombardier right there. And then we're going to come up the stairs here and then go down into this. Looks like somebody's extracting here. Yo, could you hold for me?
Don't shoot!
Yo, what's up?
Yo.
Cool. So it looks like we got some friendly players here. It's nice. So we're all probably just going to extract together, which is great. So there's 3 of us, looks like. GG's, guys.
Look at me going!
And there we go. That's the run, right? So pretty simple. Not too crazy. You can, like I said, extend this run if you wanted to get more value, obviously. But I'm often full by this case, and this is kind of like a quick run. I like to kind of just be in and out without taking too much time. But you can definitely like go way over here in some of these buildings and stuff like that. But as you see, as you can see, like I started way over here, so I ran all the way through, and I didn't get to that spot till like pretty late, right? That I came over here where we started the route, and I still got plenty of loot, right? So it's okay if you have to like run from pretty far away to get to this, that it's still pretty valuable, because as you saw, a lot of those rooms that we went through, they were not even looted. Some of them were, but some of them weren't, right? So we ended the run here with 61k. We started with 5K, so that was a pretty profitable run. Didn't take that much time, right? So overall, pretty good run. It's a great way if you need trinkets for your project or anything like that. It's a good way to get a lot of trinkets. Again, you can get quite a few extra weapons. So again, we just started with the Pharaoh, we got the Il Toro, we got the Osprey, just from some weapon crates. And there's a lot of medical supplies that you'll run into as well. So you can get plenty of like defibs and other types of bandages or shield rechargers, those types of things too. So hope this was helpful for everybody, and I'll catch you guys later.